Hello everybody, welcome to Great Leveler Gaming. I am the Great Leveler and today we're back with another trailer reaction, as you well know, because I've already said in the previous trailer reactions that there are a lot that I wanted to check out and do reactions to, and that is what you're witnessing right here. And today we're looking at Senua. Now, I did a trailer reaction for Hellblade 2, Senua's Sacrifice, I think it's called. And I complained because it was an Xbox exclusive. That is no longer the case. It's actually out on PlayStation, and at the time of recording it, I'm actually playing through it at the moment. I'm nearly finished. I'm on chapter 5 out of 6 chapters. It is amazing. Honestly, it is so freaking good. It's a very unique style of game. It's not very combat heavy. It's not very puzzle heavy. It's a very narrative driven story that has puzzles, has combat. I tried to combine them into one word. I don't really know why I tried to do that. Yeah, there's very interesting puzzles, very interesting combat. The combat, I have to say, in the second game is probably my most favorite combat in any game I've ever played. It is not the most fast action paced. You are, even when fighting multiple enemies, technically only fighting one at a time, but it feels so genuine, so realistically. Every blow, every time you get knocked back, every hit feels like you're in an actual sword fight. I can't really describe just how beautiful the combat is. Like when you kill an enemy, you feel like you're killing an enemy. You feel like your character's getting exhausted, getting knocked to the ground. Just everything feels like real people fighting. It is the most enjoyable combat I have ever played. And if you've not played any of these games, try to. But again, don't expect like amazing. It's hard to say don't expect amazing gameplay because it is amazing, but it's not anything revolutionary, but the story. And this is what I always say, what I love about games. I love all the different mechanics, but what draws me back to them and all these different games, I love stories, and the stories they tell are really fun. And Senua's got a very unique style of storytelling because you just don't know how much of it is real, and I think that's exciting. So the fact that I'm nearly finished the second game, which as I said is amazing, and then to see that this trailer's come out, even though it's an Xbox, well, it's his official release, but it's Xbox games, so I don't know if it's going to come out on PlayStation or if it'll come out at a later date, but either way, I've got a laptop now, so I might be able to play it. I'm very excited. So I don't know how the second game ends. I don't think it'll have much of an effect on this. So with that being said, let's crack on and we'll talk about it afterwards. Okay, so that looks like the thing from K-pop Demon Hunters. The Hume. Ooh.
Left your people behind.
Absolutely. Not only is the combat gorgeous, it's also one of the most gorgeous games.
But what is left in the dark sickens.
What is this one about?
And some binds cannot be broken.
Ooh. Ooh, wow. Okay, we've got more interesting navigation. Although there was climbing in the second game as well. But this... See what I mean by the combat? Oh, this looks different. Oh, this is a lot more dynamic. What? What is this? Other than amazing.
What waits for you?
Oh, wow. And it is coming to PlayStation 5. That is amazing. Okay, so first off, that looked incredible, but the last two games have also looked incredible. So I'm kind of expecting that. The combat feels very much, in terms of how she moves, very much like the last game, but it also feels a lot more dynamic. Again, I'll talk about how even in the game where you feel like you're surrounded by enemies, you're only really fighting one at a time, where this feels closer to something like Ghost of Yote, where you're fighting multiple enemies, throwing swords and such. So they've really pumped up the action. I hope that that doesn't sacrifice what I've loved about the combat in the latest game. However, I can understand why they've done it, because there will be some people who maybe find the gameplay in it a little lacking. I personally don't, but at the same time, it's probably one of them games that I might play once and never touch again, and they want people to maybe come back. So maybe A, it's a case of they've tried to make it more engaging for a bigger audience, or B, they've got more of a budget and they're able to do more with it and therefore have more enemies on screen at once. Both plausible, both might be right, but it is just really, really engaging. I love Senua as a character. The way that the psychosis works is really interesting. It can get a little irritating. The voices can sometimes get a little bit just like characters talking, giving dialogue, probably whispering, "Don't trust them," blah blah blah, which is fine. But they're whispering sometimes over the other character's dialogue, and you can't always make out what the actual person's saying because all you can hear is the whispering in your ear. So that can sometimes be a little grating. I know I once lent somebody the first game and they gave it me almost straight back because they said no, freaked them out too much. I tried to show somebody else the latest game and they just said the voices would do their head in. So it's one of them things where I think it was a risk to do it, and I think it's paid off because I think people like myself really appreciate what they've done with the psychosis and the voices and the binaural audio, whatever it's called anyway, where you can hear it both ears. It was a risky thing to do, but I think it's paid off. I think it's made for richer storytelling, but I think it can also alienate people, which is why I think maybe they're trying to increase the combat. I talked about the navigation. We had Senua climbing cliffs and such. We had Senua climbing cliffs and such in the last game, but it was kind of laboured, like every handhold felt earned. Again, you felt like a real person climbing this cliff. Where that kind of felt more like God of War or Tomb Raider, where you're just kind of scaling. So for me, it feels like they're trying to make the game more accessible for a bigger audience, which I totally understand. You're putting all this time, money, and effort into a game. You want people to buy it and play it so you can make more games. But I worry if they're going to make it more generic. I don't think they are. I'm not saying that's what it is. I'm just concerned that they might go too far. But I don't, like I said, it's their IP if that's what they want to do with it. But I've really been enjoying the gameplay that I've currently been playing. It looks really exciting. I really want to play that and I'm really looking forward to it. I just have concerns, but all in all, I'm blown away with it. It looked incredible. I would love to know what you guys think down below in those comments. And I'll see you all on the next episode, which will be coming soon. It will be a trailer reaction. And yeah, thank you for watching. Bye.